Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video I like to show you how I made these baby booties. They fit a 0 to 3 month baby. I've used 2 different coloured yarn, so feel free to use 2 different coloured yarn of your choice when making these booties. I will be using light blue and 4mm knitting needles. So if you know how to knit and purl, you should be able to follow this project easy. I'll start off with the slip knot. I'll insert my needle into that loop. My other needle, I'm going to insert it just under that loop, so it's crisscrossing. Holding on to the shorter length yarn, my longer length yarn, I'm going to wrap around the needle, draw back, and onto the needle. Insert my needle just under that loop, wrap around the needle, draw back, onto the needle. Just under that loop, wrap around the needle, draw back, and onto the needle. I have 4 cast on. You need to have 40 onto your needle. Once I've done 40, I'll show you what that looks like. Once you've got your 40 onto your line, you need to knit 1, purl 1 all along. You're going to start off with a knit, and you're going to end up with a purl. Knit 1, yarn forward to purl 1, yarn back to knit, you continue that pattern all the way down to the end. When you've completed that pattern, I'll show you what we need to do for the next line. So knit 1, purl 1 all along. I've completed my 1 line of knit 1, purl 1, starting with the knit and then ending with the purl. When you turn your work around, it's going to be a knit. The first one is going to be a knit, the next one is a purl. What we need to do is the opposite. Where there's a knit, we're going to be purling on top of the knit, and where there's a purl, we're going to be knitting on the purl. You can see they've got humps, so the purls. The ones with no humps are knits. So we're going to do the opposite. Purl. Remembering to yarn back for knitting and yarn forward for purling. You continue that pattern all along. You need to have 11 rows of that pattern. It's going to be the seed stitch when you complete it. You can use a counter if you have one. If you can simply count your rows going up, or you can just jot it on a piece of paper. When I've done my 11 rows of the seed stitch, I'll show you what that looks like. This is what your 11 rows of seed stitch should look like once you've completed it. All we need to do is knit 1, purl 1 for 14 stitches on the opposite of each other. The last one was a knit, so here's going to be a purl. Once you got your 14 onto the line, onto your needle, you yarn forward and you purl 2 stitches off your needle. Yarn over the needle, slide the 2 stitches off your needle. Yarn back and knit 8. Yarn forward, purl 2 stitches off your needle. Yarn over the needle, slide the 2 stitches off your needle. Leaving the yarn where it is, turn your work around. You bring the yarn forward, bring the yarn forward, and you're going to purl 9. While the yarn is still forward, you purl 2 stitches off your needle. Yarn over the needle, slide the 2 stitches off your needle. Leaving the yarn where it is, turn your work around. You're going to knit 9. Yarn forward, purl 2 stitches off your needle. Yarn over the needle, slide the 2 stitches off your needle. Leaving the yarn where it is, turn your work around. Then you bring your yarn forward, and then you're going to repeat the pattern. You're going to purl 9 and take 2 stitches, purl 2 stitches off your needle at this end. Then you turn your work around. Then you're going to knit 9, and then you purl 2 stitches off your needle at this end. You're going to repeat your pattern until you have 11 knit rows into your little square center. At the moment we have 3. We have 3 knit rows in that little square center. When you have 11, I'll show you what that looks like. This is what my 11 rows of knit look like in the center when it's completed. I have 9 stitches on this side, 10 stitches in the center. I have 9 stitches on my other needle. Altogether I have 28 stitches. What we need to do is knit 1, purl 1, so all these 9 stitches are on one needle. The last one, purl, knit, purl, it's going to be a knit, so you just knit 1, purl 1 all along. your stitches onto one needle. All we need to do now is turn our work around. We're going to be doing the rib pattern. We're going to be doing that part. So feel free to change your colour yarn for your shoe and the bobbles, and keep your colour yarn separate for the rib. I will be using blue throughout. We're going to be doing knit 1, purl 1 all across. So just knit 1, purl 1 all along, right down to the end of the line. When I've completed this line, I'll show you what we need to do for the next line. I've completed my row of knit 1, purl 1, starting with the knit and then ending with the purl. When you turn your work around, you can see that it's going to be a knit, and you've got the hump, which is a purl, a knit and a purl all along. We're going to be knitting on the knit and purling on the purl. You continue that pattern. You need to have 18 rows of the rib pattern. When I've completed my 18 rows, I'll show you what that looks like. This is what your 18 rows of rib should look like when you've completed it. It's got a nice stretch to it. What we need to do now is that bobble part. To do that part, we're just going to knit like we're going to knit. And just knit one off and knit the next one off. And the one in the back you bring forward and you put that one back onto your needle. And then we're going to knit that one. We're going to draw back and onto the needle to create a stitch. And then knit, draw back and onto the needle. So you've got 3 stitches onto your needle. I'm going to knit that one off. Knit that one off. Bring the one on the back forward. Cast him off loosely. And knit the next one. Cast him off loosely. Knit the one in the back. Cast him off. Knit the next one. And cast that one off too. You've got one bobble made. Show you again. You put that back onto your needle. You knit. You put it back onto your needle, so you create a stitch. Knit the next one. And you create a stitch. You've got 3 stitches on your needle. Knit that one off. Knit the next one off. Cast off the one in the back. Knit the next one and cast off the one in the back. Remembering to cast off loosely. Don't want tight bubbles, want nice bubbles. Knit that one off. Cast that one off. Knit that one. And cast that one off. And you place it back onto your needle. You've got 2 bubbles made. I'll show you one more time. onto the needle, knit forward onto the needle, so you've got 3 stitches, knit that one off, knit the next one off, bring the one in the back forward, knit that one off, bring that one forward, knit the next one off, cast that one off, from the back, knit that one, and you cast the one in the back, and you place it back onto your needle, and you repeat that pattern all the way down to create those bubbles. When I get to the end, show you what we do. Got a few stitches. I'll just finish off these with you guys. Draw back. Back onto your needle. Draw back. Pull up the loop. You got your little booty made. Got those little pretty bubbles at the top. What we need to do now is you can take some yarn and secure the loop and sew it in with the needle, or like me, I will be using my 4mm crochet hook to sew the side in. The square part, the knitted part, has to go inwards. I will be doing a slip stitch all the way down. Make sure to hold the little booty level when slip stitching all the way down. And go through both strands of wool on either end. secure the loop. Make sure to weave in the ends on either side. Turn your little bootie inside out. Get your little bootie made. Put the strands in. Got a nice base. Got a nice rib. And turn your flap down. And got your little shoe made. You can check out the description and the link for different sizes. I hope I didn't go too fast for you guys. Thanks for watching. Give thumbs up if you like the video. And if it's your first time viewing, please subscribe so you don't miss a video. Thanks for watching.